Have we seen this before? Oh, there's a dick in this one. You guys wanna watch one or not? This guy's crazy.
xQcOW.
I wonder how much he gets paid to restore some of those. Because some of those jobs look like incredibly hard to do, man. Oh, some subtitles? No, they don't offer them.
Smile.
Look how careful of a job this is. This is like this is kind of like ASMR, right? Okay, we're only watching one last video. You guys want to watch this or the Kanye shit? To watch this. Dude, this shit gets hardcore at the end. Oh, he doesn't explain what he's doing this time. No subtitles. This makes the glue dissolve. Or kind of like lose their traction or whatever.
Watch the narrated
right?
version, you Pepega.
Oh, he does this one narrated? It's not there. You guys want to look for the one that is narrated or no narration? Top right? Where? That's not it. Oh, over here. Guys, I want him to talk over it. I want him to talk. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. How can you check? With narration. This
is POC.
So here I'm going to do another narrated walkthrough of the restoration of this painting of Mother Mary. It's not meant to be instructional or exhaustive, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. This painting was pretty damaged. It had been exposed to moisture, which resulted in a lot of flaking. There were punctures and tears. The painting was quite dirty, and there was an old varnish on it. Obviously, there's a lot of paint missing, which also needed to be addressed. So the first step is to remove the painting from the stretcher, and I'm using an upholsterer's tack pulling tool to remove these nails. I just need to get it off the stretcher so that I can start working on it, but I want to preserve the tacking edge as much as I can. The next step is to clean the back, and this is just to get rid of the dust.
Yeah, watch the other one then, dude. There's no narration. He doesn't talk. I'm gonna narrate it, and I'll narrate it. The description apparently. Oh, not that. Your chest acting a little bit edgy today. Just edgy. Oh, there it is.
Remove the stretcher and set it aside. As you can see, there's quite a bit of grime built up behind.
There you go.
It does not yield. Now, once the solvent gel has done its work, I can use a liquid solvent to clean up the residues, and we can start to see what is underneath all of that grime. Now, while this may look haphazard or reckless or messy, particularly to start with the face of one of the characters, all of this has been tested before I did any of this work. The tests are very small and they're done on the edges of the painting that are covered by the frame rabbit, just in case. Further, years of experience with this particular problem has given me a wealth of experience onto which I can draw when I come across these situations in the future. So I'll clean up the residue and then we can see just what lies beneath.
He pours a bunch of liquid and doesn't damage the paint, dude, that's crazy. I'd be so scared.
I'll continue to work slowly in contained areas to remove all of the surface grime, linseed oil, and old varnish. And once all of that's done using solvents, I will then go back into the painting using mechanical means to clean up any residues. In this case, in the impasto, there is some that I wasn't able to remove with the solvents. And using dental tools and scalpels, I can be sure the painting is cleaned. Here, with the painting fully cleaned, we can start to see what the artist's vision entailed. Keep in mind, there's still a lot of work to be done. The repair of the structural damage to the canvas begins at the microscope using dental tools and tweezers to carefully realign the frayed canvas fibers into a new state. Here, they can be held in place with a conservation adhesive and allowed to dry. Once that step is complete, Belgian linen strands of canvas can be dipped in an adhesive and laid perpendicularly across the tear, providing additional support so that the canvas doesn't open up in the future. Because the tacking edge of the canvas was damaged and in the case of the bottom edge totally missing, we're going to have to add a new piece of Belgian linen to provide support. Now, fraying the edges of the linen not only maximizes the contact with the adhesive, but it also makes sure that there's not a hard edge that could telegraph to the face of the painting. Using a thermoplastic heat-activated conservation adhesive film, I can bond the tacking edge to the original canvas using an iron and weights to make sure that there's no deformity as the canvas cools. With all of the structural work now complete and the painting fully stabilized, it can be returned to the now cleaned and repaired stretcher support. When returning a painting to a stretcher, it's important to make sure that the painting is properly aligned so that none of the image is lost when it's secured with tacks. I prefer to use sterilized steel blue tacks, and I'll begin in the center of each edge and work my way towards the corners, ensuring a nice, tight stretch without waves or ripples.
I was just wondering when the merch
Once I reach
is
the
getting
corners,
shipped
I'll
out
tuck
to
the
us.
canvas under and secure it with a tack. I can then go about the process of cleaning up the excess and tidying up the reverse.
xQcL,
I'll fold the canvas under
xQcL,
itself and secure it with a smaller
xQcL,
tack.
xQc.
I can then begin the process of adding tension to the painting using a key inserted into the floating mortise and tenon joint in the corner. With just a few taps of this wooden key, I can be sure that the canvas has proper tension. Filling in where the paint was lost is the first step in the retouching process. So I'll overfill and then remove the excess and ensure that I have a perfectly matched and even surface onto which I can retouch. With this painting, I'm going to be adding a high molecular weight synthetic resin layer atop the painting. And among many benefits, one that's particularly important is that it's going to saturate the colors and simulate what the painting is going to look like with final varnish, thus allowing me to retouch to the painting's colors as they will look, not as they are.
I didn't even think about that.
Second only to the cleaning process in terms of engaging aspects of conservation is the retouching process. Whereas cleaning is reductive, retouching is additive, and the area where I get to put the painting back together and help the artist's original vision shine through. Now, using special conservation pigments that are light fast and reversible, I will slowly work my way through and match colors and address any areas of damage or other visual interference on the painting.
This must take hundreds of
hours.
hours.
To this. It takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of time, and a lot of practice to get the colors right. But, as with everything, The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and when you work into a rhythm, the retouching process can be pretty rewarding. Now here, I'm just going through and touching up these tiny little defects to the boy's face,
I'm way too
just so
GG
that
for
when we
this.
look at it, we see the face and not the little defects. With the retouching all complete, I can begin the process of varnishing the painting. And the first step is to apply a thin, low molecular weight synthetic resin varnish to the entire surface of the painting via brush. Going back and forth very slowly, I'm ensuring that I have a nice, even layer of this resin atop the entire surface. Now, once that resin is dry, I can then go back and spray on a glossier version of the same resin to give it the painting that final sheen that I'm looking for. When the painting came into the studio, it was certainly in bad shape, with some structural damage and a lot of discolored varnish, surface grime, and linseed oil obscuring the painting. With all of that grime and linseed oil and varnish removed and the structural damages repaired, we can see what the artist saw when he or she deemed the painting complete. The true colors are now revealed, the surface has a beautiful sheen, the painting is stable and sound and ready to go on the wall and to be enjoyed by a whole nother generation.
I'm glad to have had so much fun with you, xQc, and with the chat.
Thanks for watching.
5 head wine.
I want to see it side to side.
Sonny.
Oh wait. Oh, I didn't think about what I said. You can't have it side to side because there's only one of them. Because you can.
Bro, that's a baby dick. What the fuck did I come to xQc? Explain. Monka Mega.
It's not a baby dick, okay? It's been altered to not look like a dick. Relax. Next. It was me and Moxie. We dropped down, they weren't ready. Our aim was motherfucking steady.
Yeah, steady.
We roll up on that bitch, went scoot scoot.
Scoot scoot.
4 kills, first place. Yeah. Fuck.
Yo.
Spit some
I'm
bars.
on the shit.